Så du måste dra intro.
Welcome guys to this episode of whatever this podcast is going to be called. We have no idea yet. We just haven't decided.
Work in progress.
Work in progress, yeah. We have some
Untitled podcast.
We have some really shitty ideas, some really good ones, but you know, no one really likes them.
Tell me the good one though.
Yeah, so we made some pizza. We had some really like weird artisanal sodas. You want to go around the table, see what we got?
Sure. Should I start?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, man.
Alright, so I got Fritz Spritz.
Show it to the crowd, my man.
Fritz Spritz Bio Rabarberskola.
The fuck is that? Rabarberskola?
It's a rhubarb Coke, I think. Or rhubarb cola.
Okay, give us a...
No, it's kind of good. It's like kind of sour, I guess.
Is it like fruity? Like you...
A little bit. Like it tastes like rhubarb.
Okay, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Alright, what do you got?
I've got the... Is it Jarritos or Jarritos?
Jarrito.
Jarritos.
Jaritos. I don't
Just
fucking
regular
Jaritos,
Mexican
yeah.
cola.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got this Sioux City. I think it's Sioux. Sioux City root beer. I actually kind of like root beer. It's one of those that I think splits a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
Americans
Yeah.
love it, but like for a lot of people like me who aren't American, it tastes like gum. Like a type of gum that we've had in Sweden when I was a kid called Jenka.
It's almost like minty in a sense.
Yeah,
but
minty
also...
but sweet almost.
Yeah.
Like
It's kind of weird.
It's just weird flavor, but it works. I think it's
Like Jenka, it tastes like there's this one like kind of muscle cream you have that it smells the way Jenka tastes. It's really weird.
oh yeah, that's hella weird.
Yeah. And that's the only thing I can think of because my grandma always had that.
Oh yeah. I
grew up.
remember having this big
Wait.
argument with my sister once, where she was like, "No, something can't taste like something else smells. That doesn't make any sense." And I was like, "What do you mean? If something tastes like soap, it smells like soap."
Glue eaters.
Was it outro?
Glue eaters. Like,
I love that it's been 5 minutes in the podcast and I've already called out my big sister.
Like the best comeback to that is alright, next time you eat something, hold your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you won't taste anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we also made some pizza from a pizza kit. Second one's in the oven. This one has Parmesan, oregano, and
Pre-shredded cheese.
yeah, and like
Tomatoes.
tomatoes and like really cheap salami we got from the grocery store. But you know, hopefully it tastes pretty good. We're letting it rest here on the cutting board. Hopefully it will be fine.
I'm ready to dig in, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. I had some snacks on the way here, but you're completely starving, my man.
I've been waiting. I ate a wrap pre-locals,
Yeah.
and I've been waiting for this.
The big one. Alright.
All of this is also post-locals.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
post-locals.
So
yeah, we
yeah,
had locals today, so...
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the things. Like, having a meal post-local is probably, like, the best thing to do. But let's introduce ourselves first. I think we've skipped over that step. We only showed the drinks.
Alright.
So, do you want to start?
I started last time. Why did you start?
Okay, I'll start this time. My name is Gary Loftamar. I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! For about 2 years competitively now. And 3 years in total. I used to live in a small city called Jönköping in Sweden, but now I moved here to Stockholm. So I have bigger locals, you know, more connections, etc., etc., etc. I like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's fun, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not that interesting, honestly. Ludwig, how about you? Are you an interesting person?
About equally. But yeah, Ludwig Hellström. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I started playing again back in 2016. And I obviously collected cards in kindergarten and such.
Yeah,
like
I mean, everyone.
yeah,
does.
like most
that
people
doesn't
does.
count.
Yeah,
that's the
but
thing.
but I also went to locals. Like my first locals was in 2012.
Oh, okay.
And then I went stopped playing for a while, came back in 2016, and have been playing competitively since then.
Yeah, same. I tried to start playing, like going to locals in like 2010. I played the Shining Darkness sneak peek.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but then all of my friends quit Yu-Gi-Oh! And like I was like 12 at the time, and it's not like you want to go to locals alone when you're 12.
Like
and
you
just
grow
like,
out
and play Yu-Gi-Oh! With like 16, 17 year olds. It's like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped, but then I got back into it again.
Oh yeah.
At 2014.
Yeah.
And then I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since, I guess. And nowadays I mostly do it for the company and like to go on trips.
Yeah.
Not very competitively minded.
No, like I play competitively because I don't like losing. Obviously, like.
But you're not in it to win the events and stuff. Like you're
No, I mostly just
you're
like.
not waiting.
I just like mostly go there to hang out with friends and drink beers.
I mean, that's the best thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably is that it's a very social sport.
That's why like I don't get people who don't like participate in the social aspects of like going to events. It's so crazy to me how like you can pay money to go to a YCS.
Oh
and then not hang out with people outside of the.
Oh yeah, but that was like Euros 2016 in Utrecht.
Yeah.
When we went to Amsterdam the Monday after the event to like just look at things, like go do tourist things.
Yeah.
And then there was the one guy from Sweden who like didn't want to join us, and he went like he just sat at home in the hotel playing Dueling Book.
Yeah.
For the entire Monday.
So quick editor's note here. We realized right after recording this that we doxed someone in this part. So I just edited that out, and if there's more occurrences of that person's name, we're gonna bleep it out. First episode going really well so far. Every time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start.
Yeah, go ahead. I think it's like we've let it rest for enough now.
It's also someone that like I've gotten to learn a lot better with time. So it's like,
same.
That's super cool.
Because we didn't really know him like super well back then. I'd say. Like I talked to him a couple times, and like we talk at events. Obviously,
It's pretty good.
yeah. Sure, probably.
But yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna make a lot of references to the Swedish Yu-Gi-Oh competitive community here. Because the thing is, we just want to put this in context. The Yu-Gi-Oh competitive community is like 50 guys who all know each other.
Yeah.
And hang out and do stuff together and play, actually pretty competitively against each other.
I mean, the community is very small, but like the good players are like fairly good, I'd say.
Yeah,
even in a international context.
Yeah, we have very few good players, but the ones we have, or very few players, but the ones we have are good. Like
I think the average skill level of the Swedish Yu-Gi-Oh players is like pretty high.
Yeah. That's like
at least if you're counting the ones who are attending tier 2 events.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then you look at like it's the same thing. Like Greece, I think, is very similar in that sense. They have a lot of
the Greeks are crazy. They have like they're pretty sick.
Yeah, so
that's what I had this conversation a while back. Like what the Greeks are doing is what like the Swedes should strive to do. Like 20 dudes who like go to some like beach house in the mountains and just like learn every mirror match of the format, and they just like show up to and then clap everyone.
Yup.
And then they go dormant.
that's what you do.
And then they go back into hiding.
Live, breathe, eat Yu-Gi-Oh! Like seriously.
No.
That's the Herman way.
Yeah.
No, like
But also,
that's the best part about Herman. It's like you can log on to Dueling Book any time of the day. He's probably online playing at top tables.
no, it's
hilarious.
Yeah.
Playing Dragon Maids at top tables.
Oh yeah, that was
actually
insane.
yeah. The dueling, not duel.
The remote duel.
The remote duel. Did a Billy Brick there.
Yeah.
The remote duel invitational.
The remote duel.
The remote duel invitational.
Yeah, thank you.
Is still going on right now.
Yeah, so that's
But,
like when we're making this episode. Herman played last night, I think.
Yeah.
He did well, but you know, situations that is this, you can't compete in exactly the same way you would in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good. I don't know. It's the thing is, compared to something like I don't know, Great Britain, which is like you have a ton more players there. Not to speak about like Germany, which is like the biggest one probably in Europe.
I think France is bigger now
Really?
than Germany. Oh yeah, like didn't you see in the French nationals last year? They like
12 rounds, top 128.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay, that's
and they filled out the entire event with just pre-registration.
yeah. Swedish nationals, the latest one we had was 77 people, right? Yeah. So
I think it's been like a decade since we reached 100 or more.
No, my first nationals it was 2015, and we were 102 players. Two of which were Dragon Duelists, but since there were only 2 of them, they didn't like. It's not like they're gonna show up, play one duel, best of 3, the winner
So
wins.
they participated.
Yeah, they participated in the main in the main nationals, and the one who had the most Swiss points afterwards was the Dragon Duel champion.
Or sometimes if they're more than 2 but not enough to have their own tournament, they do like they play Swiss with everyone else, but then they have their own top cut.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. But when it's only 2 people, that would be sort of hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, that's an interesting thing I noticed here in Stockholm.
Yeah.
More than in Sweden is that you have a lot more younger kids
Oh yeah.
interested in the game. Like in Sweden, there are, or in Jönköping rather, in my part of Sweden where I came from, it was only people.
Stockholm is not Sweden.
No, it's
It's the big city. No.
Everything north of the...
oh yeah, no, yeah, everything
Yeah.
north of Gränna is
Oh.
irrelevant.
No, it's like everything north of Norrköping is
Yeah.
Stockholm.
everything. Yeah, and everything south of Gävle as well.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, but basically like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we didn't have a lot of kids play there. We had like a couple, but most people were around our age or older. Which is interesting, I think, because like that's one of the things you think about when you think about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I don't think the series is on TV here in Sweden, at least.
No.
And probably hasn't been since we were kids.
Yeah.
So that's a weird way, because like Pokemon and other card games can probably get in. I mean, Pokemon can get in through the TV series. I feel like to most.
Yeah,
kids.
like and the games, like Pokemon is
Oh,
such
yeah.
a massive franchise.
Yeah.
That's like you kind of always like you start with like by playing the games,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh shit, this the TV series. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
kind of cool.
And
And
then,
then
oh, shit,
and
card
then
games.
someone shows you a card in school, and then you're hooked
Yeah.
for life.
It's like
like-
crack.
Yeah, like cause I had
I gotta go
Christ.
check in the oven on the left
I
pizza
think,
here.
like-
oh, it was oven. I thought it was like something hit the window.
No, I think it looked like it's oozing over the edge. Sounds nice though.
It's just a bit of like bolognese.
Bit
It's
of louder.
Bolognese.
bit of sauce, but yeah, it's fine. Give it
Another
a couple
thing,
more
like,
minutes and then it'll be done.
Yu-Gi-Oh is like as a franchise is also super big. I just think that at least in Sweden there's like no exposure.
Yeah.
But also it's a weird
like-
thing because like everyone knows what Yu-Gi-Oh is to some point, like Pokemon. Like most people have it as a like childhood reference to some extent.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I think it must be like the 4 big ones are like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade. Like everyone will know those. At least in Sweden, I think. Or at least our age.
Yeah, like our generation, definitely.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think with the current generation of kids, they aren't really watching TV. They're watching Netflix, right?
I was gonna say that, and all the Yu-Gi-Oh animes are on Netflix. Like we have the entire
at least the
original
old ones.
Yeah, we have the entire original series in Swedish, I think.
Yeah.
And then I know the other ones are on there in English, like some of them.
Yeah.
Like probably like for the first season of 5Ds or something.
I mean, probably.
I
Yeah.
think Netflix has everything before GX at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to watch the anime on like the Channel 4, Swedish Channel 4
Saturday morning cartoon.
No, no, no.
Lattjo-Lajban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GX,
So that's
Lattjo-Lajban.
Saturday-
No, like, but I didn't
But I
watch
think-
it like as it was airing. I watched it online because they had like
okay.
TV4 Play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I watched the entirety of GX on there when I was a kid. And that
That's
was
pretty good.
That was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just sat in the living room on our family computer watching that shit.
Oh,
Är din bit som är kvar?
Nej, ni kan ta. Det kommer en till. Kör hårt, Ludde.
Come on.
Checka på.
Treat myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dammar den just nu.
I think that there's like... That's the thing. I mean, I think Konami has a pretty good grip on how they need to reach out to the next generation of kids. Because that's the thing. When I go to the place we play at, our locals, I see... I mean, there are a lot of kids that play there. And a lot of kids are interested in the game. And
Yeah.
I mean, that couldn't be if the kids weren't interested in the anime or the games anymore.
Yeah, I
So,
saw
like...
I saw some kids like half a year ago or something.
Yeah.
Or no, like maybe 1 year ago even at this point. Like at locals here in Stockholm.
Yeah.
They went there. They played some Yu-Gi-Oh. We talked to them, and then they were like the one guy turned to his friend like, "Oh, do you want to play like Duel Links Yu-Gi-Oh now?"
No.
And then they had like their Duel Links decks.
Oh.
But in real life, and it's like
That's
so.
pretty
I think Duel Links is a really big gateway
true.
for kids because like kids eat up mobile games, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Also, I think like Duel Links already is generating more money than the physical card game.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, but that's because it's such a whale game. Like, it's all, like all the, what's it called, the
Oh yeah,
gacha games?
okay,
it's been-
obviously you need to like invest a lot in Duel Links, but
Yeah.
also like the fact that it's mobile and easily accessible
Oh, yeah.
makes it like way like it's at least as big as the physical card game.
Yeah, and I think,
at least.
I think people are always criticizing Konami for not being with the times, but I think they are figuring out they're just doing it from a very money centrist aspect rather
Yeah,
than
exactly. Like, but the
community.
thing I don't get is like with a regular card game, you can spend money on cards, just like you do in Duel Links. But like then you can actually like sell your cards.
Yeah.
Like, I've never played Duel Links, or like I played Duel Links once when when I couldn't catch the flight to ISIS Prague.
Okay.
I just sat at the airport the entire night playing Duel Links.
I've done some competitive Duel Links back in like one season ago, maybe after somewhere around 2019. I played Triamids, I think, and like yeah, that was a fun deck.
I played Triamids. It was the base deck.
I mean, it was pretty.
Bro,
I got to like the second highest rank, I think, that you can get in the game.
Like tissues or something?
I think so. Yeah, that was a fatty pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird cheese.
Would you like some cheese?
Chill.
Let me see if I think this pizza's ready, guys.
No, yeah, Duel Links is also like it's super cool. I don't know, it's weird, but I've never been into it, so I can't comment.
The only games I play on my phone, like I do Sudoku or like puzzle things. I can't be asked to like play an actual game and get invested in it because it's like when am I gonna play? Like when I'm at home, I can just play Dueling Book on my computer.
I think the only time I really play games on my phone is on flights.
Yeah.
And then I play like super basic puzzle games like the 2048.
Yeah, 2048.
The tiles.
Yeah, exactly. I do like 2048. I do like the one where you bounce the balls.
But it's like
but that game's so ass because now it's like, oh, I have 4,000 balls. I literally can't lose.
Oscar Blixt, the man with 4,000 balls.
Hell yeah.
Pungerosa.
No,
my sack is stacked. That's
what
what
I've
I'm
done
saying.
on like flights is that I've downloaded like emulators and played the old Yu-Gi-Oh games actually on the emulators because that works fairly well.
Yeah,
because they're all sort of tailored, at least the Nintendo DS ones, to use like a touchscreen to play the game.
Oh,
which is really good for like offline.
I played so much Mega Man on emulators on my phone like when I was in like 9th grade or something. I just played Mega Man 8 on my phone like. Every single like break we had in school, I was like, "Oh, Mega Man!"
Mega Man is fun. I mean, that's an excellent game to play like on the go. I feel like.
Yeah. That's a
game. You ever played Mega Man?
No, I actually haven't.
No, I think that's like a thing. I don't think our generation is really the Mega Man generation.
No, that's like a bit too early. In
I think
90s.
it's 10 years.
At least for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for you, I get it. Like for me. Like you're also kind of young, but like for me, like I'm kind of just at the edge. Like if I had been
on the tail end.
Yeah, if I had been more into gaming, like when I was a kid, like console gaming, I would have probably played a lot of Mega Man.
Oh, okay.
Like, cause I tried to get the I tried to buy because they released Mega Man 10 for the Wii store, and so we bought like a gift card for the Wii store, but we couldn't actually figure out how to go on the internet on our Wii. So like the thing just sat in my bookshelf, and I think we threw it away.
Oh my god!
Like, cause I was a kid, I didn't know what the fuck to do, and my parents don't know anything.
Yeah, no,
like, I mean, we click button, no, sorry, no.
No internet for you, son.
They don't want to clone, no, sorry.
Online gameplay, no. Xbox Live, no.
Yeah, the fuck Xbox, man. I had the Wii.
God.
I had everything.
Xbox
I had a PlayStation 2. My parents were one of those. They were the parents that always buy the previous gen consoles because they were cheaper when the new ones come out.
Yeah.
So I got like 2007. I got the PS2 or 2006 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like 2014, we bought a PS3.
We were
in that family, but like then I just bought a PC when I was 14, anyways, and then I just got hooked on that.
I've never been into console games. Really, I've never played Pokemon. Unironically.
Really?
No.
Oh, that surprised me actually.
What? How?
Yeah.
How? No, it's just how. How do you never? How did you
the only like I had the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
But I didn't play Pokemon on that.
Then what the fuck did you play?
Yeah.
Mario.
Bruh.
Sure, yeah.
But I didn't play like a lot of like I didn't use that console very much either.
Yeah.
So
But like my Nintendo went hot. I went through like 3 DSs during my time as a kid just because I used them.
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
still have my original Nintendo DS Lite.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That I got with Pokemon.
The
That I bought
wackest.
with
Remember having to go to bed and you were pretending, and when your mom walked out, you were pretending to sleep, but you had the Nintendo DS under the pillow, and you would just pull it out like bam.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
you did that. Yeah, that was classic.
Oh, like 3DS. Did you ever have that?
I bought one actually after when I was 18. I decided I want to play Pokemon again.
Yeah.
So I just 2 DSs are like 2,000. Yeah, I'll buy one of those. Buy a Pokemon game. Play that.
The 2DS?
Yeah, I think that's the 3DS,
no.
but without the 3D.
Yeah, and
Because-
it's flat. And it's,
Yeah,
and
that's-
it's
No,
not
the one I
foldable.
had was the new one, which is actually folding.
Oh, they had foldable
Yeah,
2DSs?
no,
So that's
no,
just
no.
like, yeah, is that, yeah.
It's a DS, but better, basically, because there's no 3D. But the 3D was pretty shit. I
Yeah, but the thing,
trying my
like,
friend's
wasn't
3DS.
the 3DS like all around better though?
Yeah, the 3DS.
Wasn't that the
3DS
main
was-
appeal? And then like they only
Yeah.
released the new.
The
cool
battery
games.
time was worse. But
On the
and then
3DS?
people didn't. Yeah. and
But
then
like
the
you
original
played,
DS.
you only played it like in bed anyway.
I don't know. I played all the time. I was one of those kids that would always be on my DS.
Did you bring it to school?
We weren't allowed to have them in school.
Should have a 6-bit player.
Yeah,
but
that's
we
what.
just.
I think that.
Yeah, I think. No, I never brought it to school. Oh well, I did like if I was gonna go home to a friend's house afterwards.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you'd like put it in.
Gaming.
There. Yeah.
Fuck, I gamed on a laptop like for such a long time because like I got a laptop.
Yeah.
It was so weird. And so if I was gonna go home to like a friend's house after school, I would have the laptop in my bag, and the bag would be so fucking heavy.
But the thing is, like, I remember my first laptop was like this shitty. They scammed me basically on the laptop. They sold it for like 5,000. They were like, "Yeah, you can totally game." And my note, and it was like
Same.
half a gig graphics card. I could barely run League of Legends at 40 FPS, you know. But like the first LAN parties you ever had as a kid, like those were the ones you most fondly remember.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think the most, the one I liked the most was in like 2015, 2016. It was insane. I just remember being at my friend's house. We played like Awesome Knots and League of Legends and Battlefield all night long. And like we went out, took a walk in the morning. No, it's like good times, you know. It's
Yeah.
like good times with
Fond
buddies.
memories.
Yeah, like exactly. And I think that's the thing. Whenever we do LAN parties now, it's like it's fun in different ways. But usually the best parts are the ones where we're not playing games anymore. Or
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just
no,
hanging
no,
out.
like-
Like that's
Definitely, but like for me, we didn't really have many LAN parties. Like
Does anyone want
when
a
we
plate,
were-
by the way?
What?
I can get some plates.
Oh, you have plates?
What the fuck did you tell her? What? Pull them out now?
Yeah. How do you pull these out now?
You didn't ask.
So, I'm sorry. You don't own. You do not own shares. Am I supposed to just assume you own plates?
Yes. What the fuck would I eat of?
What the fuck would you sit on? Hello?
The couch.
Not the casting.
Or the
Bro, you
chair
do
we're
it-
using
bro,
to
you-
back up the lap. We're using the chair, my
Your only chair.
Your- It's
my
one
office
chair.
chair to prop up my laptop right now so we can film this. So yeah.
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Third world country.
Yeah, Stockholm. I agree.
Jönköping's a third world country.
All right. Let's see. Let's dig in.
Yeah, I think it's.
This is super hot. Though.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a lot more water in
pretty
this.
good. It's okay.
Yeah.
So what do we have on this one?
Just like bolognese. I put Parmesan under, just like they do in New York. You know, New York style.
Yeah.
New York, New York.
New York.
Bro.
I put the Parmesan underneath, and then like this pre-shredded pizza cheese, which you shouldn't use because it contains cornstarch and it doesn't melt properly. But this one is actually pretty okay. And then
Well,
I
you
put
shouldn't use a pizza kit either,
no.
because that's only sugar. So,
Okay.
like we already have the pizza kit. Might as well do the pre-shredded cheese. Sorry.
bolognese on top, and then pesto. No oregano though, because I already had oregano in the bolognese. So,
Yeah.
but it was pretty good. I think
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, it was really nice.
All right, yeah.
So
All right. So what about like old Yu-Gi-Oh games? You ever played those, like the ones on like the consoles and stuff?
Oh, sorry, you go first.
I had one Yu-Gi-Oh game on DS.
Hmm.
It was like 5DS, must have been.
Yeah.
And you got promos,
Mhm.
and one of them was like the weird plant with like cartoonish plant,
Oh yeah, no,
brown with like a pink little flower on its head, and then it had like
Yeah, I
Mickey Mouse shoes and hands.
Yeah, I know the
And
one,
then
but I
other
can't think of it.
Yeah, and then the other like Fleur Sync.
Yeah, Fleur Synchron. And did you get Fleur, like, Fleur
The big-
Warrior?
yeah,
The synchro you make with Fleur Synchron.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Maybe? No? Maybe it was...
I had the 2011 game.
Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship.
Yeah, I had that one.
Same.
That was a hella game, but I lost it. It's so I always want to buy one copy more just because I remember it being so fun.
No, wait, I have, like, World Championship 2007, I think.
Oh,
Because there are no synchros in my game.
oh,
I
I
just
just
realized.
in mind.
Oh.
Yeah, and I bought it, like, second hand.
This is good.
Because we used to have, like, this game store in Uppsala, like, or all over Sweden, but it went, like, it's no longer active, I guess.
Yeah.
Game, and they had...
Oh, yeah.
they had a bunch of like secondhand games. Like when you were done with your game, you could like sell it for $10 or something.
Once you do GameStop, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. So I bought it there because I was like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh game, nice.
And that's hella nice.
Yeah. So like I played it and it was like it's such a grind to get cards.
Oh, yeah.
So I basically just did dual puzzles.
Yeah,
But that was really fun.
I played the 2011 one. It's the one that Vladis Baranovsky is just playing on his streams now. I actually remember it being really fun, but there's like one really... The funny thing is, the worst parts of the game are the ones where you're doing like the motorcycle stuff.
Yeah. Of
Where
course.
you're like driving, because the fucking controls are all shit, and like it doesn't work, and it's just terrible all around.
Wait, there's an
worst
there's
part.
actually
Actually,
overworld
like
in that.
there's an actual overworld.
Because in my game, you just click and you duel monsters.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, this wombat, his neck, and there's like offense, defense.
Okay.
There's 5 things.
Yeah, they had that in there as free duel, but then there was a story mode as well.
There was not a story mode in mine. You just duel.
Yeah, but I remember the game being really fun as a kid. Like, I would make shitty decks because I'd only been playing like Dark Magician or Toons or like whatever because I didn't know what the fuck the X-Sabers was. But like, you know.
Not to get political. But
What the hell is an
fuck is
X-Saber? What the hell is Cowcat like? Alright. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know, man. It's like, I think that's the thing we said before, that sometimes the best part of a hobby is not really the hobby itself, but the company it brings.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of rings true with Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Like,
definitely.
it would not be nearly as fun just playing the game, not having anyone to do it with.
Yep.
Which is like one of the reasons why I find DB grinding and stuff to be so...
Yeah, like I only play
So
DB.
boring.
I only play DB on Discord.
Yeah, when you can like stream to your friends and talk about the...
Exactly. Like if honestly, like if I hadn't had so many friends here, like when I moved down to Ireland for 2 years, like I would have probably just like sold all my cards and just quit playing.
Oh yeah.
Entirely.
I mean,
but, like I had so many friends still in the game and we still kept in touch, so I like I got back into it and like just as I moved back.
and I think that's the thing. A lot of people like fall out of the game as they get older.
Yeah.
Which is like understandable. Which is like with any hobby, you gotta sort of fight to keep it alive, I feel like. Like you have to make sure that you're interested. And I think one of the best ways to do that is by having friends that are also interested in the game.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But it's like if you like doing something and it's a kind of social thing, then there are other people who also like doing it. So you'll meet people and you'll make friends.
Absolutely.
Probably. Unless you're one of those people like you go to locals, you don't really talk to anyone. You just play your 4 rounds of Swiss and then you go home.
Yeah, like I don't get the point of doing that. No, I don't know. Maybe that's what it takes to be a world champion.
probably.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview with last year's world champ?
Who won last year?
Some Japanese guy.
Oh,
And
yeah, he said the
and it's
number
like,
one thing is Yu-Gi-Oh!
And it was like, what do you do outside of Yu-Gi-Oh? And it's like, I only do Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's like,
That's you know, that's the same mentality as not losing virginity because you always win. Like it's the same level of like being so committed.
I never lose.
Yeah.
Yup.
Feels good being a loser.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. It's. You ever had like any weird local stories where there's people who just come in, like play their games and then leave and like.
Oh.
I mean, not related. Like,
Oh my
there's
God.
a lot of wacky local stories, but
Yeah.
not specifically in that regard.
No,
Let's do some local stories. Those are like-
in Uppsala, because I'm not from Stockholm, I'm from one city over. But like when we used to have locals there, there were like sometimes like just a random dude would show up and enter the tournament, and we're like, oh yeah, sure. Like, what's your name? Like, register him. And so there was this guy, and he was like, oh, my name's Joan. And like, oh, so how do you spell it? Like Joan.
Oh.
Like, isn't there supposed to be an H somewhere?
Yeah, like
around
a
here?
Joan of Arc. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
That was, and he was like so. He was just like he didn't really talk to anyone. He just sat and muttered. And when someone started winning, he
Muttered.
went. Yeah. Like when someone started beating him, he just like sank down, took his cap like above his eyes, and he just started doing like anime noises.
No.
And it was so weird.
Oh god.
Like he showed up like 2 or 3 times. Never really spoke to anyone. He was just like kind of special, I think.
But I mean, that's the thing. I think you have to understand that some people are like that.
Yeah.
And that's like,
I mean,
that's also so
Yu-Gi-Oh!
tragic to see also. Which
Yeah,
is,
it's tragic, but also like Yu-Gi-Oh! Attracts like a disproportionately large amount of those people.
I mean, yeah.
Compared to other hobbies, like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like, not to name names. We should avoid that in this segment.
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But,
Except Herman. Shout out to Herman.
We're gonna get blasted on Discord after this goes up. Like, how about this? Yo, what the fuck? GDPR, take it down! Line of Norrköping! No, I'm gonna send the email games after you!
lawsuit from Eric and Aydin.
You heard about Kronofoden?
No, okay, so local, but that's like when our friend Rasmus got asked this question by this interesting guy at our locals. What's your favorite Sky Striker link?
Yeah. And he's like trying to save face in the beginning, right?
Yeah, like,
Kagari,
yeah.
because it's the best.
Yeah, Kagara because it's the best. The guy's like,
Not in that way.
not based on car design.
Yeah, but wasn't that the guy who also was like just asked random people, "Hey Evan, which Ghost Girl hand trap do you think is hottest?"
Which is the cutest Ghost Girl hand trap?
Didn't he say hottest?
I can't remember.
I'm
I
like,
was not there, and
no. So when I wasn't there either, but when the story got retold to me, like the words they used were the sexiest Ghost Girl hand trap.
FBI open up.
DD Crow!
Diddy Crow, that's sexy.
Skullmeister.
Ooh,
That's
ooh.
Skullmeister.
Gemini imps, my boys.
Skullmeister is a shad.
I know,
Jesus.
No, the
I fucked
guy,
Elma, to be honest.
electric virus.
Oh, yeah, there
That's
we go.
woo.
A bit of a tingly sensation down in the down section, if you know what I mean.
Electromagnetic puppeteer?
What
can I-
kinetic?
What kinetic puppeteer?
I remember my teammate hyping it up so much
that
in like
card
one
was-
format,
that,
like,
that card
ooh, you can move the zones.
That
Ooh.
card was arguably the best hand trap during a full power hypothetical Goki format.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
because they do summon Sork effect, and you go nope,
And,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
moved
and then the
down,
combo just doesn't do anything.
and it didn't get ripped out of the hand by
Yeah.
Aqua Dolphin.
Yeah.
So that card was playable, at least in the States. Because
Yeah.
we didn't have Summon Sork until later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was
So
probably the best hand trap in like US Goki format.
after Summon Sork release.
Yeah, after Summon Sork.
200 YCS maybe. Or the one after that. Like,
Yeah.
Niagara?
Yeah, I think Niagara.
The
What's
one
the one?
where...
So it's
Gabe
so hard
won.
to keep track.
Ga-
Yeah,
Gabe
yeah.
won with...
Yeah, Gabe won with
Dark
Niagara Falls, yeah.
Goki, yeah. At that event, what Kinetic Puppeteer was crazy.
Yep. And then there's so many weird hand traps that like come up nowadays. So like Skullmaster is one of them. Another one that has gotten like way better is what's it called, Link Collector.
Token collector.
Token Collector. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean that's the crazy part about that card is you can summon it from the grave, which a lot of people don't realize when they first read it. And so they're like doing their combo. Haha! I sniped your hand trap. What do you mean it activates in the grave? Like,
No, go back!
no, go back! Oh fuck! Oh god! Yeah, so that gives me PTSD, but you know, that's why we pray minstrels, so they can't even activate it when it's banished either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water, best deck. Just saying.
Water,
Advanced water theory.
Advanced water theory.
Yeah, that's what it says in my
What
DP
what
bio.
other formats are water crazy in though? That's the great question.
Water is so
It's crazy
crazy.
in every format, bro.
No.
Gold format, you got fucking Legendary Fisherman Turbo.
In gold format, it's the Legendary Ocean.
Yeah, Legendary Ocean Turbo, where you Hayate poke for game every time. You just play double level limit area B, Gravity Bind, and then play all the ones that game effect.
Yeah, the
gains
one-
effect of Umi being off the field.
Yeah.
And then they lower the level by 1 with Legendary Ocean.
So
and then
what's
you
it
just
called? Like the amphibious machine
yeah,
Bugroth?
Bugroth. Amphibious Bugroth Mark 3.
Yeah.
You play that because it can swing direct. It can Hayate.
Yeah, it's
And
basically Hayate.
Yeah.
With Sky Strikers in gold. Yo!
And then you got Mermaid, which can swing twice. And you got a couple of those that are just good. And then you can play one of
Yeah,
what's
like
the other one?
like water decks are also. I don't remember.
Or you can play Daedalus to nuke the field. Just tribute 1 and just pop everything.
Sure.
Which is good against like, you know.
Did the camera go? No. It's
No.
it's
No, it's
focused.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's focused.
It's as focused as
It's
it's good.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can turn on the lamp maybe, see if that helps. That does not help.
It made it so much worse. No.
God damn.
Water decks like Deep Sea Diva made water decks really good, like synchro, like late synchro format as well.
Yeah.
Because like 2010 to 2011, Diva is kind of crazy. Especially like Frog Synchros in 2011, like just after the first few XYZ era sets came out. That deck's crazy.
Okay.
Rolling Toad is insane.
Yeah, but you can also play it in
Yeah.
in Edison. There's also one deck being played. I think it was originally created by an Irishman. Or that's the first I ever heard about it.
Something.
No, that's not a couple.
No, there are more than one couple.
Oh, right. Yeah, obviously. Sorry. But I think his name is Cormac, maybe? I don't know. But
He has the same name as one of the Team Mambo guys. That's all I remember.
He does? Maybe he does. He's bald. He's a good guy. I played Goat with him once. He has the entire Goat extra deck.
Yeah.
Like the entire thing. 3 of every card. It's like this big, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to him if you're watching this. Good on you, mate. But yeah, that was the first I ever heard about it. My teammate built it for Edison. I built Calcat.
Yeah.
He fucked me in the ass so many times.
Oh yeah, that deck's crazy.
Yeah, and like
I played him and he used it against me and I was like, hold on, we can do something with this, and we just put in a bunch of like just generically good cards from that format. So
Quick Draw, Dandy.
Yeah, Quick Draw, Dandy, and Sangan, because Sangan searches Diva, Sangan searches Dandy, Sangan searches Substitute, Sangan searches I said Dandy.
Yeah.
It searches everything in the deck essentially.
Quick Draw.
And what's so
Quick
good
Draw.
with the deck is like it can either go on the offensive pretty hard,
Yeah.
by just spam synchron, or it can just be really defensive and just set up like the dupe block and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah,
And like the really only deck that sort of hard counters it is like Light Sword, because they can just spam out monsters and then just blow up people.
Oh yeah, look at Judgment Dragon. Oh weird. Priority.
Hello,
8,000.
bam.
Whoa.
Yeah, frogs die to dragons. Weird.
Whoa!
Oh.
Dragons does in fact beat frogs.
Yeah. Okay.
Weird.
So 2013 is Mermills, right? 2014, 2013.
30.
Mermill Atlanteans.
I mean, there were
That's-
multiple Mermaid formats.
Yeah, but I guess the first one where Mermill and Atlanteans were out.
2013.
Yeah.
That's 13. They got. Did they get something in 2014? I don't think they got support, but Gun came off the ban list this December, I think.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
Tidal was at 1, I remember.
I mean, Tidal was introduced in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they banned the Dragon Rulers or the format like River.
yeah, but he was at 1 during hat format. You could play.
No, but they banned
Ruler
like Dragon
Rulers
Rulers
with
were at 1 for
They're
so
good.
long.
Yeah.
Because when I first started playing, just went to locals and I was like, oh, what's a deck? And someone's like, get 2 Lightsworn structure decks, we'll sell you a bunch of Dragon Rulers for like pennies because they were rares.
Yeah.
And then I had a deck.
There you go.
And I just killed people at locals because turns out if you play Charge of the Light Brigade and you mill Wolf, Felice, and no, not Wolf because he doesn't get it. If you mill Felice and double Eclipse Wyvern, just win.
Apparently
Oh.
that's good.
The
Who would have
Splice,
thought?
Yeah, Felice doesn't have to be sent by an effect.
It has to be sent by a monster, doesn't it? No.
Oh yeah, she does. Whatever.
He cheated at locals. You motherfucker!
Now whatever, just build him in the end phase.
Cancelled.
Confirmed.
Well, I don't
Is
know.
this lagging out right now? Where is
Huh?
this lagging out right now? Okay, let me.
It is.
Let me see here. Oh, it might be
Yeah.
the cable. That's supposed
Could
to charge
it be the fact that the...
It could be that this is unplugged for some reason.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say maybe...
No, it has power.
Oh yeah!
But
The charger was unplugged.
The charger was unplugged, so we got fucked by that. But this should be fine now. Yeah, first episode, by the way.
This is so scuffed.
no, the
Yeah,
entire thing is tilted.
Oh, wow.
Please subscribe to Edwin's OnlyFans so we can buy a camera.
Which one?
We weren't supposed to talk about that. That's the next episode.
Not OnlyFans, Patreon. Okay?
Yeah,
okay, sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
there we go.
The OnlyFans is with Team Mambo. It's exclusive on their channel. Ah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is on?
Oh,
Yeah, no. Let's not talk about,
moving on.
yes. So, Ludwig, what's your
Yeah.
favorite column?
Wait, sorry. I've been wondering this for so long, ever since, like, which one is column 1? Is it the one closest to the extra or to the main thing?
He's like, how do you even name the columns?
No, like, I know 3 is in the middle, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, is 1...
Or is it? Obviously.
Do you, like, you...
Maybe that's
You
one.
count from the left, right?
Has to be.
Has to be.
The weird thing on Dueling Book though is like, is there column 1 the same as my column 1? No.
No.
No, obviously not, because, like, when they put something in their...
Yeah,
Monster Zone
obviously.
one,
But it's like, it's weird to communicate that in Dueling Book, I think.
Yeah, but they're logs.
Yeah, but that's the confusing part. It says like set card from hand to main monster zone 1, and it's like, is that
Which
Is
uh,
the-
Yeah, which one is it? Is it
yeah.
to the left or my left or your
Yeah.
left or his right or like is there a third
my
party?
other
Some
right.
judge has to come in and think like, man, it's number 1 right there. I think. Light Phoenix going like, yeah, you know what? You have 30 seconds to put it in the right column. Which one?
You have 30 seconds to shuffle the card back in the deck right now, or I'm freezing your ass.
Jesus
But he
Christ.
didn't even shuffle it back. Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
crazy.
judge calls on Dueling Book. That's probably the worst part. Because, like, judge calls at events is like, it's kind of AIDS, right? Because you go judge and then someone comes and your opponent doesn't speak English because he's Italian. It's like, oh.
We're not racist, by the way. He is.
No, it's just like every single event I go to. Round 1, I play in Italian. He's
Yeah.
kind of nice, but he's also like, no, sorry, not very English. And then he tries to hand trap me in the damage step, and I have to try to explain it to him. And then I have to call a judge, and then he has to call another judge, and they translate for 10 minutes, and then the guy still tries to hand trap me when they leave.
No, he just doesn't. He realizes that. Oh, I can't ash. Can I effect failure?
No, it was like he tried to max see me on like chaining 3 Yangzing effects. In Zodiac format for Zodiac Yangzings. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I crashed 1 and I like had 2 effects in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to max C, and I was like, you can't actually max C here. And he's like, oh no, max C effect. So we called the judge. The other judge came, and they explained it to him. It took 10 minutes. They left, and I was like, all right, so effect chaining 1, Chi1 chaining 2, and he's like, Diddy Crow, and we had to start all over again. Yeah, yeah, but like when that happens on Dueling Book, it takes 40 minutes instead.
Yeah. Well, that's bullshit because like.
And Dueling Book judges also doesn't have to know rulings.
No, and the thing is, I've had to explain like to a guy that if I during Go format, if I monster gate into a Democ, and that monster gate goes to the grave before Democ triggers.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like you have to explain what the hell is a resolution. Like it's.
The best thing is like Salamangreat Rage, send the Falco from hand, and like Falco set Rage, and they're like, oh, how do you do it? No!
Yeah, but there are so many things that can
But
be
like
explained.
those I can
I
get.
think Farfa said like something like, okay, let's say the card did work this way. Would it make sense?
Yeah.
In like another context, would it still make sense that it worked that way? Like think about it in your head, be logical about should this card work this way?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't. Like,
Yeah, well, like when
Use the
people.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I play Yangzings on ladder, like, and people are like,
Relatable.
relatable, of course. Throw my Yangzing moments in the audience. No,
Yeah.
but like I play a lot of Yangzing on ladder.
Yeah.
Because I hate myself. And everyone's always like, when I pop something with an effect that doesn't make them miss timing, they're like, doesn't that make it miss timing? And I'm like, it's literally a card from the same archetype. Think about this. Why would Baxia make the other ones miss timing? That's bad design. And they're like, no, it's destroy and then, no, miss timing.
It is designated Austergrabe.
Oh, that was the worst. Out of 40 minutes.
It's designated to the grave.
Weren't you in Discord? Oh, no, alright, so this is your first time hearing about this.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently.
you have
Alright,
It's
so
going
I
on.
played
It's fantastic.
so this is game 2 against what's the deck? The water cybers, the mermaid,
Coralline and
whatever those guys.
Marincess.
It doesn't matter.
Marincess. Yeah.
I go first game 2, I set 4 traps, a normal summon, a Yangzing monster.
Yeah.
Exodia, fantastic. He activates Desires, and I go, chain 9 pillars of the Yangzing.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what it does, it says when your opponent activates a card or effect, and you control a face-up Yangzing card, you negate the activation, shuffle it back into the deck, and then you destroy a Yangzing monster. So it does not miss timing, and the card gets sent to the deck. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna see if I can fix this a little bit so you
Yeah.
get a little bit wider angle
Fantastic. So I flip it, and the guy says, wait, can you legally activate that card? To which I respond, what do you mean? The Yangzing monster is literally right there.
Yeah.
And he says, no, my card is already designated to go to the graveyard at the end of the chain.
But it's
And I said-
shuffled back during the chain.
And I said, huh? And he said, so you can't. And I said, what do you mean? And then he's like, wait, I'm reading about this. And then he went AFK for like 2 minutes, and then he sent me a Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikipedia ruling page that said, if you destroy DD Warrior by battle, and the effect activates, and you flip 9 pillars, you will negate the effect, but since it's destroyed by battle already, it's kind of in a like quasi state.
Yeah.
So it's gonna you're not gonna shuffle it back.
It's gonna
and
hit
you're
the
not-
grave.
Yeah, it's gonna go to the graveyard. You're not gonna be able to shuffle it back, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to destroy Yangtze. So he's like, so it's the same. And I try to explain to him, no, destroying a monster by battle and negating an activation is far from the same thing. And he said, no, it must be like this. So I called the judge and I go, I will just save you the headache. And also I ask him, why would they design a card that doesn't get the full effect 90% of the times you activate it?
And then it's like the modem,
Yeah, and he's like
connecting it.
Well, yeah,
He said,
and his
Windows XP sound.
yeah, and his response and his
Through the
response to that
chocolates.
isn't even like good, like good question. It's like, but it's only on spell and trap cards, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
you motherfucker.
Yeah, and then he tries to argue, no, but you still negate, and I'm like, oh yeah, but like, I'm a suicide deck. I want to kill myself. Like, destroy, please. The judge comes in and he's like, no, it is designated to the graveyard. So I go, I want to appeal right
I want to appeal.
I want to appeal right now. I'm sad. And we're on,
He's escalating.
yeah, and I want to appeal right now. And the guy
Supreme
says, sure, you can appeal right now. And my guy, Light Phoenix, comes in there and he's like, and I explain it to him, I'm negating it. This is what happens, correct? And he says, yes, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, but this ruling, and he sends it again. No, he doesn't send it immediately. He's like, but why? It is designated to the graveyard. And then Light Phoenix says, the activation is negated, and since the card states that instead of sending it to the graveyard, it goes to the deck, it will go to the deck, because that's what the card says.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, but what about this ruling? And he sends the one again, and Light Phoenix goes, it's different. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And the guy's like, no, but what is always different? And then he starts arguing with the guy for like 20 minutes about this, ruling that doesn't make sense. And Light Phoenix, the whole time, is just like, we're just going in circles. I've explained everything. Can we please get on with playing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank you, please. So Light Phoenix just goes, yeah, just shuffle the card back into the deck and keep playing.
Yeah.
So my opponent, like the sensible duelist he is, sends it to the graveyard, plays a continuous spell card from the hand, plays Silent Mining from the hand, discards a card, and goes into the deck. And I'm like, but I haven't even resolved my trap card yet. What the fuck are you doing? And we're like, hello?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And he doesn't respond, and then Light Phoenix goes, you have 30 seconds to shuffle the card back into the deck, or I'm freezing you.
Yeah, you know the guy, like Light Phoenix was outside his window with a 50 Barrett, like, he was just, the laser sight on his fucking head.
It was so, I just hate it. And then I still lost anyway, because I couldn't out any Bureau token.
This reminds me of the Gearfried summon ruling I had. So I'm playing the Goki deck that's currently viable, and I do the full combo or something, or I play the other Emancipators. Either way, he goes like, set DDR, banish it from field, summon Gearfried under Buster Lock, and I'm like, that's not an equip spell while set.
Yeah.
Has to banish from grave or field, but. And he's like, oh, blah, blah. And then the other part, and it's like, but Eternal Immortal Phoenix Gearfried says that you can send equip card face up from field to negate. Why make the distinction between the two?
Yeah.
Why make the distinction between face up and not? And it's like, well, it says equip cards and not equip spell, and it's set. And then like a judge comes in and is like, oh no, it's not an equip spell while it's set. You can't do that. And it's like, then he appeals.
Yeah.
And then the other judge is like, you can't manage the face down. And it's like, why are you have to be able to explain. You guys don't know the difference between face up and face down. And now you're just making excuses.
Yeah,
and then
that was the
get
best.
so mad about that one interaction, like, why can't judges just explain? You don't even know the ruling yourself. And then after the whole thing,
But you do, because it's not. Just told him.
just
and then
works that
afterwards,
way,
like, he's under the Buster Lock, and then he summons like 2 more, makes it solved, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, right, I forgot about the Buster Lock because you were cheating, and then he left.
Oh my god, yeah,
It's
that's the
like-
best part. So the Marine's guy I played was when Light Phoenix came in and gave the correct ruling, he was like, can you explain it? Because I think we could all use some enlightenment here. And I like at this point I'm so fed up. Like I don't care if I'm frozen at this. I'm like, no, I don't need any enlightenment. But you two definitely need it at this point.
Yeah, Jesus.
And I didn't get frozen because I was provoked first.
But yeah, that's the best part about like the dueling book, like code of conduct and rules about like harassment. So, you're not obviously allowed to harass people on dueling book unless you are provoked first.
Yes.
So, for all you fellas at home, if they something nasty first, go in on them.
Yeah.
You have justice on your side.
Just plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
That was the other thing that because the judge was so weird because he was like, when I said I want to appeal, the guy and he said I will grant your appeal. My opponent went, today I learned you could appeal on dueling books, and the judge said, wait, haven't you read our rules document?
Yes.
That's even very like. The fact is like, oh, you can do that like he did it blindly, hoping it would work.
No, I appealed.
Oh, okay.
And then my opponent went, can you do that? And the judge went, have you not read the rules?
Yeah.
I haven't read the rules.
I haven't read the rules.
I haven't read the rules.
The only time I've ever read the dueling book rules was when I played Goat Ladder. And
the dust shoot mine.
Yeah, so the dust shoot and Nobleman of Crossout are like.
No, Mind Crush and Nobleman.
Yeah, but like exactly.
Not dust.
Yeah. Mind Crush and Nobleman are like the rulings are reversed on dueling book, so they like I banished all legal copies of like my flip monster, and he was like, "Let me see deck," and I'm like,
"That doesn't work there."
They're all literally banished.
Yeah.
I can't have any more. And he's like, and he just sends me the thing.
Yeah.
And so I read it, and I went, they get to check the deck, even if. Like the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
But if you activate Mind Crush and discard all 3 copies of insert card, they don't get to look at the hand.
No.
So
it's
that's the thing, right? If you
can resolve something weird.
You can resolve Nobleman and hit all 3 copies of like.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, no, Nobleman, you don't get to check the deck.
Yeah, even if you hit all 3 copies.
No, even if you hit one. Like if you hit one card, like one copy.
Okay.
If they banish one copy of Magician of Faith, then you're like, oh, can I check your deck? There you go. No. Look at the rules.
Oh yeah.
But if you Mind Crush and discard all 3 legal, like if all 3 copies of Thunder Dragon are in the graveyard, they still get to check your hand.
That's funny.
It's so weird.
But like
another thing which is weird with dueling books, like especially in Goat format, is that if they see your hand, they get to write it down.
Yeah.
Like usually
they can also hover your hand. And see
okay, that's an urban myth. I have never been able to hover someone.
I do that all the time.
Either way, like I write shit down in the chat, but that's also like something they must
but
allow.
Like in real life,
because otherwise you would do it
screenshot.
Yeah, you screenshot or you take like literal pen and paper.
Yeah, but it's fun that that's like a thing where it's not in real life. So like someone like Ludde here who sees a hand creates a mantra and goes like Nok, Sork, BLS, Nok, Sork, BLS, Nok, Sork, BLS, Nok,
this
Sork,
is
BLS.
literally the Rain Man where he goes.
Who's on first? I don't know. Who's on first?
Book. Goats.
I just shoot someone and then I have to sit there and like memorize the hand for 5 minutes, just like repeating every card.
Yeah, and then because of that you misplay because you're not concentrating on the game.
No, that's how I win because like I remember the card, and then it's free.
Yeah, or just
you
don't remember it and just sack them. Just
you say that, but
yeah. But judging overall is like hilarious. Any funny judge blunders you've experienced? My favorite one is Albin Kristiansson or Fallen Brother, YCS London, 2017, Tier 0 Spiral format.
Yeah.
So he goes like, drone, summon Super Agent.
Wait, this is on the bubble, right?
No, this is way earlier, like day 1. So he's going second versus Dino, the guy's Conductor, Albin goes, Drone Agent, the guy goes, Conductor effect, book the 2. Then Albin calls Judge and asks, can I link summon with the face down monsters? And the Judge says, yes. So Albin proceeds to make double helix and just destroys the guy.
He leaks a face down.
Oh my god, that's
Haven't you heard this?
No, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, okay, drone links away the set drone and agent into sleeper into helix and just
the only thing I remember about that event was that he got 67 like on that
34th, I think.
Oh yeah, he got 34th on a topping record.
Yeah, he went X2, finished 34th in Swiss, and the only 2 people who lost to was Marcello Barberi and Aaron Furman.
Yeah, and both of them were like one of them were X0 and X1.
Marcello topped that, you know.
Yeah. Didn't both of them top and one were X0 and one were X1?
I don't think Aaron topped, but I don't know. Either way, that's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Because that event was like, I was just one round too few.
Were you even at that event?
I wasn't there, but I was in the messenger chat.
Oh, okay.
Or do you have any funny like judge calls or like?
Oh yeah, like because
you judge sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but no. I mostly judge nowadays.
Local events, that is.
That is.
Like there haven't been any regions.
No, but you're not like a qualified judge.
No, you're not
Yeah,
a qualified judge.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like I've been for this entire
How
time.
is
He doesn't have a shirt. That's the thing. He doesn't have a
That
shirt.
doesn't own the shirt because not judged at nationals.
And how am I supposed to know? Because every event you've judged is locals or the fucking third-party shithole events that this
What do
guy
you
hosts.
mean? Fantastic. In those, okay, that's my thing. When this guy and
Fired
his
up.
friend
yeah,
ruled the first time at our event, I
Yeah,
was
no,
playing
so-
Mech Knight Invoked. I gotta tell the
Yeah.
story, my man.
So-
I was playing Mech Knight Invoked. The day before, they have to decide. Oh wait, who's gonna be head judge?
Yes.
So how do you decide?
So we decide by because like I have a bunch of Edison format decks, so I'm like, oh, instead of just deciding who it is, why don't we play a best of 5 Edison?
Yeah.
And the winner gets to be head judge tomorrow. Fantastic. And so the guy sacks me 3 times in a row with Thesta lost discarding Gores.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Thankfully for me, because what happened was that I was playing my first round against what is now my teammate, Erik. He was playing Orcust, and I was playing Mech Knight Invoked. And I go Alistair effect, I get invocation for a monster, I can't remember which, and then I send it to grave, I activate invocation in the grave.
Yep.
And he activates DD Crow, and DD Crow is my invocation.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm probably gonna get fucked at this, but it's worth a judge call. The worst thing that can happen is what I think it is. I'm not gonna be able to resolve invocation. Won't add Alistair to hand and won't be able to get. I think I made a Kaliga, so I was gonna like boost him and attack into it. So I call Olle, our head judge. Love you, Olle, my man, but this is not your best moment.
Probably not competent enough to judge.
No,
He's definitely not.
Yeah,
Not a
you heard it
chance.
here
Not a
first.
chance.
So he comes up to me, and I say, and you know I'm sort of manipulating here, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, surely I get to add invocation back to my hand in this case, right?
Yeah,
And he's like, yeah, it says discard, and it's still discard.
yeah, and then he comes back to me,
And I just get to add
I'm
it,
just
yeah.
I'm just like sitting at the judge table,
Yeah,
like in the corner, waiting for people to come and like tell me the record.
yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, this ruling came up," and I'm like, "But it's not this card when it moves."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And then he
Because
starts.
that's what I thought. And I was
Yeah, and
like,
then he starts googling it, and then after that he just goes to like a player from our locals
yeah.
here.
Who knows rulings?
Yeah, who knows rulings? And he's like, "Dennis, does it work like this?" And then it's like, "No, are you stupid?" And then he's like,
Oh, dumbass.
Fucking 3-head.
"Yeah." Like that event had some nice rulings. My favorite one was
Jesus fucking Christ. Har ingen kapsylöppnare.
Do it, bitch. Bitch ass.
gör det, de tänder det.
Jag kan inte det. Ja.
Den kan explodera.
Inte din
Cycling
soffa,
through.
for fuck's sake.
Så det var så här, ja.
Det där är så inte en bra idé. There's gonna be lighter fluid all over my couch. Jesus H. Christ, you just use the key, bitch. Yeah, okay, what was your favorite?
My favorite ruling was like, that was kind of weird, and I think we got that wrong. It turns out, like, afterwards.
Yeah.
Which in retrospect, like, it might have been obvious, but I was...
Sounds like not you or Ola are qualified to judge an event.
No, but that was like, look, it's like, no one there knew. We talked to Dennis, and he's like, I think it's the same as you guys think on this one.
Bro.
What happened?
Nej, inget. Det var att jag är så jävla små.
No, that's the point. Nothing happened.
No, Lisk!
There
Finally.
you go.
Feels good, man.
Now we're here. No,
Long have waited.
Long have waited
the
for
one
the
guy,
Carlitos
the one guy was like, oh, Witchcrafter something, it tributes itself or cost and adds a spell from the graveyard or something, I don't know.
No.
And the other guy chained the Mech Knight World Legacy trap card that is, it's Call of the Haunted and then it negates.
World Legacy Secrets.
Yeah, and then it negates effects that are in the same column. That was a spicy ruling. We misruled that and we were like, oh, he still gets the effect because the card was not on field.
Whatever.
Like when the trap card flipped, so the trap card doesn't know like in which column it was, but
it does.
In retrospect, yeah, it does because like
it's on the field.
It's
the effect is
it's
resolved.
effects, it's not effects of monsters in the same
Yeah.
column,
Oh.
and it's an important distinction. So I just like misread the card.
I
basically.
just remember the best judge blunder, almost like arguably in like Swedish Nats history. So, 2016, maybe 17, Dragon Duel.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it's some deck playing Honest versus Domain Monarchs.
It's
and
Cosmo.
And the Domain Monarch player has Magus' Fiend on board. So the other kid attacks with Insert Light Monster that's smaller than Magus is.
Yeah.
And then uses Honest. And the other kid says, well, you can't do that. And it's like, unsure at least. Questions it. Because, I mean, you obviously can't use Honest under Magus. So calls over the judge.
No, I don't even think he questioned it. The judge, because that was the finals of that Dragon Duel like championship, and the judge just sitting like this, watching the match.
No,
and it happens, and the guy just goes,
But isn't it the case that like, well, the funny thing is like it's the like he's kind of a veteran, but like not because he knows a lot about the game, Diego.
Yeah, he's just a fossil.
Yeah. So the guy's like, well, it's a passive effect, so it can't be used on the Magus' Fiend, and then the kid loses, and like the Monarch player loses.
Yeah, the Monarch player loses, and the girl won Dragon Duelist championship. Ooh, and then she got a free trip.
That's
awesome.
interesting.
I wish I had a free trip. I want to go to Kokomo.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So just win nuts.
So there's a guy.
We Dragon Duelist, Lul.
Yeah, no. So we like. There's a
Just
guy from Uppsala.
like coach a smaller sibling and then like be,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
be
Yeah,
their
exactly.
parental
Just
guardian.
have the airpod in the ear.
No, but like, so there was like this guy from Uppsala. He tried to do it. He was like to his younger brother who could actually compete in the Dragon Duel Championship. His brother did not play Yu-Gi. He was like, "Oh, do you not learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Like we can play together and you can like come with me to nationals." And the kid's like, "Oh, sure, that sounds like fun because it's obviously
Malta?
like Malta, because it's obviously like, oh yeah, oh my cool older brother." He wants to like introduce me to his hobby, right?
Hang out with me, show his
Yeah,
friends.
it's like it's cool. So like he starts like teaching out how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. He like gets a goat fucking gorilla deck, and like
Didn't he play like Clifford?
yeah, and teaches him how to play Yu-Gi-Oh basics,
And
then
this
he
is
gives
like 2018 maybe 2017.
2017, and he's like, so he's like, oh yeah, and then he gave him Clifford Demise because it's so easy, just draw 3, set floodgates, and then you win, hopefully. So he tried to like get him to win, so he could be his parental guardian. But but round 3 or whatever.
No, it's later on. Like
No, it's kind of early.
okay, but they figure it out later on.
Yeah, no. So
It was like almost last round of Swiss when the whole like judge investigation came.
Was it?
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. No, whatever. So like he plays like one of our friends. And that guy's already he's lost.
Both of them are like have super shit records.
Yeah, then both of them are like 0x at this point or whatever. They maybe have 1 win. So the guy's like, you know what? I'm nice. Like I give you the win. And then he
says our friend to the Dragon Duelist.
Yeah, says our friend to the Dragon Duelist. And then like they sit down and they like talk about the deck and he gives him some tips. And it's like it's kind of wholesome. But there was like one other Dragon Duelist player at that event, so they played with us, obviously, like always. And the other kid's mother overhears this, and so she goes to the head judge, and he's like, "They're win trading. You need to put a stop to this." So they both get disqualified.
Both the kid and our friend gets DQ'd.
The Karen of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god!
They both get DQ'd and reported to Konami, and then like X amount of weeks later, our friend, who was a guy who messed up the invocation rule.
Yeah, exactly. So
then he gets like a mail from Konami saying he's not banned, luckily, but there was like a 30-minute delay in our judge investigation because our friend gave a win to a Dragon Duelist because both of them were like 1 and 4.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. My first nationals, one of my friends, he didn't like actively give the win, but he was like, he's playing Gravekeepers against the Lightsworns, and he sits and he plays this little girl, Dragon Duelist, and he's like, I just can't like make myself activate Necrovalley right here. So he just passes until she finally kills him with like Lumina poke.
That's a Simba moment.
Yeah, so I'm like, wait, you threw the whole thing. Like, she should have lost. Like, the other guy should have won Dragon Duelist. And he's like, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't beat her.
So sad.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's gonna have to wrap up this first episode.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
Roughly at the 1 hour mark now.
very, very solid.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Pretty
Solid
good.
1 hour.
Subscribe if you want to. Find it fun. There are definitely more episodes coming. If you have an idea for a name for the podcast,
Please let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus
please,
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking, oh God, please let us know.
And if you have any tips on any funny guests we could have on,
Yeah.
Hit
that
us
would
up.
also be something.
And next time we're going to try to get at least one guest on.
Yeah.
We'll see who it is. We have some different people in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you for this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again in the future.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.